The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What is happening, Octo Nation? I haven't even time to show you. Look. See that? Only the Profits Special Edition, and then we got the new Christmas Santa hat. What do you think? Pretty pumped. I haven't even had time to talk about it. We've been so busy. I'm still way behind. I only got, 13 minutes to get this video done, because after that, we got to live stream a canoe video. So stay tuned for that. Just want to go over Arrival. This was from yesterday, midday. I was going to make it. Just having a little bit of time right now. Arrival, the electric vehicle update, CIIC. This is totally tier 1 to me. The other things I wanted to talk about mainly was just how they were playing it. How they were playing this fiddle. How were they playing it? They were pre-selling, right? So they were doing what we're seeing a lot, where we get these up investments right before a ramp up and ramping up commercial production. We're seeing banks do this a little bit before they go to SPAC. Have you noticed that lately? Pay attention to that. Not only that, they were hitting big avenues. They were hitting big avenues that were doing this. A lot of times they pay to get into big avenues like Forbes, Bloomberg. This one was from sustainablebus.com. That just came out, all right? They're paying the PR. These guys are doing it so well. After that, they came out with something on Forbes that says, "Let Elon Musk go giga. A UK upstart says microfactories are the profitable way to build electric vehicles." It's perfectly worded there. It's perfect, right? They just go on and on and on here. Then they kept hitting all new articles all day long yesterday. They didn't just for was it like a month or two with SPACs. It's like not only were they going down, but I swear every new SPAC LOI that came out, that was it. We didn't see an article anywhere. Why no one's paying anybody to do the marketing? I've been saying lately a lot. I'm like, people need to hire marketers bad, dude. Wonder why their SPACs aren't doing good? They're not selling them. They're just coming out with they're not even coming out with an LOI. Like, remember they're like jumbled LOIs? They don't even make any sense. I'm not one for proper sentencing and spelling and pronunciations and all that, but dude, they've been bad, right? And then we see no articles, no updates. So you can check their social media sites are like half broken. We're like, dude, what the heck? You go to this place, their site is like one of the best sites you can have. And they were hitting new articles all day long. Even yesterday, guess what else came out? UK, United Kingdom Prime Minister came out and said, and they were a part of, so these guys were also a part of it, basically a whole new green initiative for the UK. And it's big. It's talking about 12 billion euro. 250,000 green jobs, a 10-point plan they're going after. This includes buses, electric vehicles with charging points and creating long-lasting batteries in UK factories. This will allow us to end the sale of new petrol and diesel cars and vans by 2030. That's fast. In 10 years. That's less than 10 years. 9 years they're gonna have no petrol or diesel. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, they were a part of this. They were hyping this. They were on their Twitter hyping, like every hour there was like a new thing. They're like, oh, check this out, check this out, check this out. Just hitting it. There's more than one reason this stock has been hyping. Barron's came out with an article. Another electric vehicle stock is coming to market, and here's how it compares. Anytime you see a bot generated article, it's usually paid for. When they're doing comparisons and all that. UK electric vehicle maker Arrival is going to go public via the SPAC. This was on CNBC. This is a full-on article. This isn't just like a random poll. Okay. Here, by the way, here's the car. I don't know if y'all saw that. They actually have that little car. We found some pictures of it. Actually, I don't know. That's not the little car. I'm sorry. That's still the little bus thing. I don't remember if I put a little car picture in here. Regardless. What's Arrival? We've already gone over it. We know it. The microfactory stuff. I was going to show this yesterday, but Hylon, Hylyn now, after the LOI. So what happened with that one, it's chilling at like 1050. What happened? Bam. It hit like, what is that? Almost 16 on the first day. What it do? It just bled on down to 1275. The next day, what happened? It gapped up to 16 and rode all the way up to 1950 and now down to 18. Does that sound a little familiar with what this chart looks like right now? I was hoping to get this out, but I was telling everyone I think it's going to gap up, and I think it's pretty much just follow this. I think we're going to get the same reactions as Highland had, which is fantastic. That's why I'm long this one. I want to see this thing at 50. Does anyone else? Does anyone else think it's going to get hit 50? I don't see why not. Here's the warrants. Basically the same thing. Ended up trickling down to $6.35. This was also a super hype time for SPACs. Keep that in mind. We're just coming out of a long rut for SPACs. We called it out last week, and sure enough, it started going up last week. Wall Street bets on Reddit. Reddit? Y'all ever been on Reddit? Not a real fan of this website or this section of it, but this Wall Street bets section is known as the trust fund gamblers. Anyone a trust fund gambler? We won't judge you. Just put your name down in the comment and just say it. Just I'm raising my hand. Okay. It's all good, man. It's all good. Regardless, why am I bringing this up? Because like SPACs are not allowed there. Other than PSTH has been on there, Mr. Bill Ackman SPAC, and Mr. Clock himself, Mr. Clock, and this one now. They're usually the second a SPAC comes on here, bam, it's cut off, boom, 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 boom. Regardless, here's the deal. Wall Street Bets is talking about it. Why does that matter? Because there are a lot of guys who do throw around a lot of money in here. And if it's even getting attention from them, like this was way yesterday, I had like 235 comments on this little thread. It's talking about how BlackRock is backing it. Love BlackRock, Honda, IKEA, all the stuff we already know, of course. Forbes, another article came out. EV startup arrival plans NASDAQ listing that will lift valuation to $5.4 billion. This had 1,300 views at 8 a.m. yesterday. Eastern. Okay. And I took this probably, I don't know, 40 minutes after it came out or something. Here's something else I noticed. Do you see what is on top of the roofs of these UPS fans? Solar panels. You know what that means? I think you figured it out. I think that's amazing, and they haven't even talked about it yet. I'll take it. Here's another thing. UK electric vehicle maker arrival on NASDAQ amid surging demand. The Guardian. It just didn't stop yesterday. And again, these are all custom-built articles. They aren't cheap. We're talking $1,500 to $25,000 a piece. If you don't believe me, that's fine, but I promise you, that's how this works. All the other wannabe successful SPACs out there are listening, please copy and do exactly as Arrival did here. Every 2 hours, major headline pops. Every 1 hour, Twitter update. Encouragement to ask questions equals customer engagement. Hello. They're literally asking you on their Twitter, please ask us questions. New website updates with videos twice. New pictures. Play the big boy fiddle, non-public news first. People want what they can't have. They hit the private news places. You're welcome for hooking y'all up, Octofam. With that, before it was public, y'all knew about it. Did you realize that? There's still people complaining saying I didn't get out fast enough. That's fine, but most of y'all know it should be grateful how fast we got this news out if you were paying attention there. We got the investor presentation the same hour of the public release of the LOI. And it was an awesome investor presentation. It wasn't like 7 days later or 6 days or like 2 days later. You gotta hit it, man. Got some more information that I gotta get out. CCX Churchill drama. Y'all remember them? Mr. Michael Klein has been just turning out the worst SPACs ever. Hopefully you heard me say that. It finally got him motivated. Anyways, the last one was CCX. Terminated. Termination of maternal definitive agreement. Yes. People are still scared. Like, man, they must not like him. I don't think the company he merged with pulled out. I think they were a plan B. His plan A was Topgolf until, who was it? Who was it that came in and swooped up Topgolf for him? Huh? Anyone in that stock? Anyways, Topgolf got pulled from him. He last minute panicked, if you ask me, and went with this tier F company, tier D company. And now I think that they pulled out. Why? Why would Klein pull out? Because he's got a better place to throw the money. So you never know with SPACs. That is one sketchy side. This is rare, but they did pull out. My hope, and if you haven't seen the videos of his connections with Lucid electric cars, if this is who he's pivoting to, buckle up. What's fantastic? Number one, it's a SPAC. Number two, it's sitting basically at the floor. Am I going to get into this? As rocky as Michael Klein has been lately, I have a feeling about this one. We'll have to see. Is anyone going to dive into this? What do you think? Is anyone still in this? CCX? Let me know. How about TTCF, Tattooed Chef? How about some drama with them? Well, Carindale Capital, I'm not going to say their name. I don't want to prop them up. All right? These are one of those pump and dump companies where they short a stock. Sorry. They write up a negative thesis about a current company and stock, and then they short it, and then they release the article. And what happens to the stocks? They go down. We've talked about this before too. Is this technically illegal? Yeah. But is it going to hold up in court? No. And is anyone going to spend the money to really sue someone like this? Nope. That endless appeal system, you know, that thing that makes America so great, right? Regardless, here's the thing. They came out and they're like, oh, you know, they're not good. They're overvalued. Whatever. Doesn't matter. There's nothing. There's no... that's about it. If you all know Tattoo Chef, I mean, we've talked about them plenty of times. It just is what it is. It's a great company. They're super profitable. They could have gone after a lot of companies that are really scammy. Does that make you think why they chose them? I think there's more scammier companies than Tattoo Chef. I can name like 1,000, right? Not scammy at all. Make sure you join our Patreon because they get the information even before I do videos, which means better entries and buy points. I keep forgetting to tell you all that, so please do that. If you wouldn't mind sharing this video with your friends, that definitely helps out the channel too. That's what I really want. And we're already building great community. People are telling us that we're making a ton of money. Love it. I love hearing it. This is the go time right now. Just keep yourself protected though. We're getting kind of top heavy on some stuff. If something has gone up 35% in the last 24 hours, it's okay to ring that register every now and then. Y'all take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.